Hi, I'm going to show you all the window functions you need as a data analyst and how to use these window functions to bring back different sets of data. So we have a data set here where we have the order ID, the order date, the business ID, the business name, salesperson, region, product category, quantity, unit price, and sale amount. So we usually get a request from a manager that asks us to roll up some data. So as you see here, it says roll up the orders up to one row per day or business, and then give us the rank for each day, the total for each period, sales building up over time, which sounds like a running sum, a trend, which would be a moving average, and then compare um, the previous and active day, which we're going to use lag for that. So if we look at a data set, we don't have data at a daily level in a sense. We have a daily level at the business or order ID level. So the first thing we want to do is get our data grouped by the day. So the first thing we want to do is just use a simple group by. So we'll take this query that we have here and just bring back order date, and we will bring back the sum of the sales because we need to group or sum this by day. And as you can see, there are multiple days per order ID. So we're going to sum the sale amount here. So sales amount. And let's call that as daily underscore sales. And because we're using an aggregation, we need to group by the order date because we're summing that amount and grouping by the order date. And this should give us what we need. So let's run that. Now we have our daily sales. Now we want to be able to select from this in order to build and answer the questions we want. So let's turn that into CTE or common table expression. And let's call this a daily sales table as, and then encapsulate that into with parentheses. And now we can just select whatever we want from our daily sales common table expression. And now you can see we bring back the same thing. Now, because we have those columns already in that table expression, we get the order date, and now we can get that daily sales from that table. And the first thing we want to do is rank our sales. So we're going to use row number, which is our first window function. So let's use row underscore number. And because this is a function, you're going to have these parentheses. Now, window functions indicate that there's a window. So a period or a segment that you're looking at. And the way we define that is with over. And what over is going to do is tell our function how to evaluate the data. So we want to get the rank of our sales. So we want to find the highest and lowest sales. So we are going to order by the daily underscore sales. And that is going to give us the sales. And let's get this is descending where 1 will be the highest. And that's our row number. Now let's name that as our sales rank. And make sure we have a comma here. And let's run that. And where daily sales, we have an issue. Daily sales. Oh, misspelling there. Daily sales. Okay. So now you can see the highest value gets the highest rank. And this is going over the total data set. So we can see out of all the days, which was the highest, which was 12/04, 2024. Now let's move on to the next window function. We also want to answer the other questions, which is the running sum, right? So because that is our sales over time. So what we can do is we can sum. What do we want to sum? We want to sum that sales amount and encapsulate that. Then we use our window over. How do we want to organize this? We want to order by the order date, right? Because that's over time. So we are going to get a running sum. And then we just call it as running sum. Make sure the comma's there, sales amount, over, order by. Let's run that. And we have sales amount, sales. Oh, this is my mistake. We do not have a sales amount. Remember, we made the CTE and we sum the sales amount. So we are using daily sales. Now this should work. Run that. And now you can see we have a running sum over each day until we get the end of the data set that gives us the total running sum. Now let's go to the next one. Well, let's get a moving average around period. So we know we're using average. We're using daily sales. Now we have this window, which is over. Now this gets a little bit more complicated. We're still going to use order by the order date, but we need more. If we're using a moving average, we need to tell the function how many days to put in our moving average. So I'm just going to copy this down, and then I'm going to use rows between 2, because I'm going to get a 3-day average. So rows between 2, so we're going to count down to preceding and current row. Now, it's a lot to remember. 2 preceding and current row is going to give us a 3-day moving average. So I'm going to say moving average. I'm going to say 3-day. All right. I'm just going to put moving average because we can always change that window. Put a comma, as moving average. And yes, let's see if that runs. No. Order by. Order date needs to be closed. Order date. Oh, there we go. So now we have a 3-day moving average. So here's our daily sales here. So we are going to average over time, as you see here. And we're going to keep going down and moving that window to get our moving average of 3 days. Now, the last one we're going to put together is let's go back up. We want to see recent, not that one, we did recent trend, how day compares to the last active day. So we are going to look at the previous day. And the way we use that is a function called lag. Now there's 2 functions, lag and lead. Lag looks at the previous row, lead looks at the next row. So let's lag, and then we need to also tell it what to lag. So we're going to lag our daily sales. That's the value we want. And then we're going to lag by 1. So we will use over again, and then we will order by order date, underscore date, and Let's put a comma here. And let me just show you what that looks like. I won't name that anything at the moment. Let's run that. Okay. What it's taking is that previous value and pushing it down. So you can imagine how we could see a difference there as, let's say, change from previous. And then I can take the current row, which is daily sales, and minus that. And let's clean this up. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see if it runs. Okay. So now we can see 678 on 1.4 and 838 on 1.6. We get the difference of 160. So that is very good window functions. Now, what happens when we want to add more? If we have another category, right now we have order date, but this asks for things by business. Now we do have the business name. So what I'm going to do is copy this, and then I'm going to put a semicolon behind it so we can run both at the same time. And then I copied this, and I'm going to just say business partition, and you'll see why. So let's add the business name to our CTE business name. And we also want to bring business name down here. Now, I'm going to just comment these out quickly, and let's start with row number. Um, okay. So if I want to get the rank within the business name, because right now we have rank over the whole data set, but if I want to see which sales are number one per the business, all we have to use is partition by, and then we put business underscore name. Now if let's see if I can run that. Let me get rid of the comma. Run that, and what's going on? Let's see. Row number, order by petition. Up, comma, near from, another comma. So we just need, let's see. Uh-oh. Yep, we are just missing a comma. Now we should be able to run this. Order date, business name. One more thing, we need to group by the business name. Okay. Now we should be able to run this. So we have grouped by the business name. Okay, there we go. So what we have is we group by a business name in our CTE. Then we have our row number where we are ranking the number one sales across the data set in our first query. And now, as you see here, we are ranking according to the business. So we're finding the biggest sale amount in that business. So that's what our rank is going to do. Now, as you see here, we just have to update our code with partition, which is telling each one of these window functions how to update or how to split our data. So I'm going to copy partition by business name here. And then I'm going to update each one of these. So order by, right before order by, right before order by, and right before order by. And now I'm not going to run this previous query, so I'm just going to highlight this one and see if we can run this. Okay, sum. And no comma. Order by. Okay, now we can run that. And now you can see we have updated everything. For example, running total. You can see that reset by each business. So this is how you can easily turn your window functions into very sophisticated and impactful data sets. And what we have now, we answer all the questions that they want here by rolling up our data by date and business and performing a moving average, a running sum, a rank, and a change over previous. Let me know how you would have handled this or what Windows functions you want to actually see in the next video or anything you would have done differently. Please like and subscribe and share this video with anybody you think it will help. Thank you.